Yo, what is up guys? Hope you are having a great day today and welcome to the vlog. So on the last vlog, we rode our bikes 250 kilometers starting at Ilocos Norte capital at Laoag City all the way down south here in Agoo La Union. And the reason for that was we delivered bike parts to fix my brother's bike. And if you haven't watched it yet, I'll just pop up some cards on the upper right of your screen or put the link on the description below. And now after our mission was complete, we are now going home. Yet again another 250 kilometers of bike riding. So if you are kind to give us a good luck by hitting that subscribe button, it is very much appreciated. And hit the bell icon as well so you could be the first to be noticed of our next cycling journey. That being said, let's start. As I have mentioned, we delivered the parts that needed to fix the bike. And this is the bike that needs fixing. As you can see, the chain and the sprockets are very rusty. And not just that, the bottom bracket as well is very worn out. So we then replace all the parts that need to be replaced. Put some grease on it. It needs a little tuning and adjusting, and now it is as good as new. And now that it is done, after eating dinner, we go to bed like 7 in the evening, and as I close my eyes, I fall asleep instantly. So at 3 a.m. in the morning, we pack our bags, we say our goodbyes, and hit the road, and that's it. We are now officially going home. And as we hit the road, I forgot to mention in the first vlog that the last 5 kilometers going to my brother's house was uphill, and this time the first few kilometers was forgiving. It was downhill, so we were fast in the flatter sections of the road, gaining momentum on that descent. We ride like 28 to 30 kilometers per hour maintaining the speed, and now we are here in the city of San Fernando, La Union. And this time it was so peaceful and quiet. Obviously it is because it's still 4 a.m. in the morning. Only few cars are on the road, unlike when we first arrived here. It was so busy and traffic. At this point we feel a little bit hungry. It is because we didn't eat yet. We only sip a cup of coffee and then we hit the road. So we look for a 7-Eleven store because it was the only store that is open that time. We eat some hot dogs and drink Gatorade to replenish our fluids. We then took off again, riding at a decent speed. Not that hard but also not that slow. And it feels like the roads going home is much easier this time. The weather feels nice and cold, maybe because of the rain last night, and it is all well and good. The view in Bacnotan rolling hills was also refreshing to the eyes, and as you can see, the glimpse of the sunshine is starting to appear. When we arrive at the Arc of Balaluan, the sun starts rising. At this moment, we already rode our bikes 315 kilometers including our day 1. Seeing the sunrise while riding my bike was really amazing. Come to think of it, I only see the sunrise when I am doing cycling. And the slow pace makes me really appreciate the beautiful things that are there. But we usually not care because of how busy we are in our daily lives. 10 kilometers more, we are now in the last town of La Union, and passing at the arch and crossing the bridge, we will now soon arrive at the borders of these two provinces. We then took some pictures for documentations, and luckily there were some food stalls up ahead. We didn't eat breakfast and rest for a while because my shoulder and back pain starts to show up again. It gives me discomfort when I am riding the bike. but I need to endure. I need to finish the ride, and I need to go home while riding my bike. And so for another 30 kilometers from the border, we are now soon arriving the city of Candon. At Candon, we then took a short break again. We do some stretching to relieve the body pain. It do helps, and we don't bother if we took long enough breaks. What is important is we finish the ride. And by this time, we are left with 150 kilometers more to go. And so what we did was, we set some short distances to achieve, so that little by little, we are getting closer to our target. From Candon, our goal now is to arrive at Bantay. So we took off, rotate and pacing, and if one of us needs to take a rest, we pull to the side of the road. Luckily this time, it's on the side of the ocean. Actually, the legs were fine. The lungs feels good, but what really makes it difficult is the shoulder and the back pain. We don't usually carry our bags back then when we are riding our mountain bikes. And yes, back then, we use our mountain bikes traveling long rides. We tend to use bike carriers instead of backpacks. But now, we are really getting close. We just need to set our minds straight so we could finish. So, what we did was, we hop on our bikes and we start pedaling again. And at last, for a couple more of kilometers, we are now crossing the bridge of Banawang. We were so excited because after crossing this bridge, we will soon arrive at Bantay. And here in Bantay, Marcia's delicacy is located along the road. We Filipinos typically had this trait that whenever we go far away from our families, and when we go back home, we bring some goodies or gifts. We call this pasalubong. So here in Marcia's, they sell some bibingkas, pies, brownies, and many more. So me and Dennis bought some so we can give it to our families when we get home. And now that we are here in Bantay, we changed the set goals again. Now, it is the border of Ilocos Sur and Ilocos Norte. And we are getting close. This time, it is much harder because of the added weight. My pasalubong was in my bag because it is big enough to fit. Sadly, Dennis needs to carry it and hangs it onto his handlebar. This made him difficult to control his bike, and I forgot to mention we are facing some headwinds. But we just ride, passing the towns here in Ilocos Sur, San Ildefonso, Santo Domingo, Magsingal, San Juan, Cabugao, and finally the last town of Ilocos Sur, Sinait. And when we got to the border, we took a short break. On the other side of the road, someone is selling halo-halo. It is a mix of fruits, coconut, and some milk. On top of that is crushed ice. And that is all I need right now. And after the break, the final stretch begins. Only 45 kilometers more to go, we are home. One top section here is the climb to Batak. After that, it is all downhill till Laoag City. So, slowly but surely we pedaled and took some recovery on the downhills until finally we reached Laoag City and San Nicolas. And after 498 kilometers of bike riding, we now look at the welcome arch of Laoag City. We took off at Agoo La Union 3 a.m. in the morning. We now arrive after 13 hours of bike riding, 13 hours of shoulder and back pain, and 13 hours of our journey that will last for as long as I can remember. Those 13 hours were so difficult, but it was worth it. And after 13 hours, I can finally say, we are now home. And our journey ends here. Hope you enjoyed the vlog as much as we did. Hoping and doing some more of these bike rides and to show it to you guys. So subscribe for more upcoming videos. Hit that bell icon and I'll catch you on the next one.